Celtic Park. Celtic Park, welcome back to the channel. If you're watching live, Green Machine is watching live. Celtic Park, by the way, there's there's 15 people on. I'm just looking at the pictures at Celtic Park. There's a lot of Palestine flags dotted around the ground. Obviously, the Green Brigade managed to get in before the game and they set up their section. You've probably seen the pictures. There's quite a lot of Palestine flags actually right around the stadium. Oh well, Celtic are going to get absolutely done for that. But it is what it is. There's Joe Hart. Joe Hart is up front, looking forward to this one. And Kaiser should be along any minute. Tam Mack's in the house, Green Machine's in the house. What do you think about the start then? So there was a lot of Palestine flags flying about the front, flying right around the whole ground. I noticed that the TV didn't pan on to the Green Brigade section. And there you see the Real Madrid. They've got a Japan flag. Why they got a Japan flag? They got a Japanese player? Got a Japanese player. Tam Mack's in the house. Green Machine's in the house. Sarah's in the house. It's currently 25. I'm not expecting a lot of people to come on to this, but it's just something interesting. Oh, there's 35 on now. Callum McGregor waiting to walk out with the team. You know what the media tomorrow? The media tomorrow are going to go on about the amount of Palestine flags, and they're going to take any shine off the game whatsoever. But it is what it is. We're down to business now. Callum McGregor looks completely focused in the tunnel. Alistair Johnson with a wee grin on his face. Oh, and there's Pyro went off in the away end. Pyro went off in the away end of the Celtic Park. So you know what's going to happen now. Although the Green Brigade are banned from going away to that game, but there'll be guys that will take Pyro in. Here we go. In or out, says Paul. Team's coming out onto the park. Matt O'Reilly, shoulders back. Let's do this. Kyogo. Lewis Palmer. And then there's a couple of Palestine flags right above the tunnel on the main stand. So there's even Palestine flags on the main stand, which will not please the board members or the media, especially since that's on the television. That's right on the telly. So Kathy is in the house. The board don't be. Yeah, exactly. Do you know when it's what war suits them? What war suits them? And there's Dyson last out the tunnel. And you've got all the players all setting up. Oh, there's some amount of Palestine flags going around the whole ground. The whole ground. The Green Brigade can't take credit for all that. Do you know what I mean? Although there is a lot in there. Even in the main stand, there's 1, 2. Wow, they're going to get absolute pelters for that in the press. But it's game time. It's game time. Welcome, Lorna. I love that tune. Yep. Hope we don't get hammered tonight. Hope we don't get hammered twice tonight. Yeah, because if we get hammered off the pitch with the means of a fine, let's just hope we can do something. Do something tonight. And it was interesting to see that the smoke went off in the away end. So pyrotechnics went off at Celtic Park. Will Celtic get fined for the fact that it was away team? No, it's usually the away team that will get fined. So Atletico Madrid will get fined for that. It probably won't be in the press. So there's I've just shown the team: Taylor, Scales, Carter Vickers, Johnson, Rio Hatate, McGregor, O'Reilly, Palmer, Kyogo, and Dyson. Showing the way they'll set up the 4-3-3, the way that Celtic always play. The fine will be coming for Atletico Madrid, Paul. Just like when we let off flares or we let off smoke bombs at away grounds, we get fined. So at least we know that they'll get fined as well. Let's get ready to rumble. Right, let's see who gets to kick off. See who gets to kick off. Toss of the coin, German referee, German VAR assistant. That's all we need. Club Atletico de Madrid. So they're going to set up a 4-4-2, which is normal for them. What a lineup that is. Koki. He's the one to watch in midfield. He is the one to watch in midfield. Well, at least there's no pyro from the Celtic end. So Celtic can get their bee in a bonnet about a lot of things tonight, a lot of about the Palestine flags, but it's time to get behind the team. Time for all the fans to get right behind the team and put Griezmann back in his place. Come on, Kalmak. Let's do it. Let's do it, was the cry for Kalmak. Let's do it. Looks like they're kicking off. They won the toss. That's interesting. You see the flags going back down to the other side of the ground. So it was the Green Brigade that was kicking about with the flags. They're going to get pelters for that. Kathy Denver, welcome to the channel. Let's go, Tims. My stomach's jumping. Wonder how many long balls they'll play up front. Come on, Rio. Rio gives the ball away. Liam Scales wins the header. Rio Hatate just doesn't manage to get his head on that at all. Right, if you watch the formation of the Madrid team, they're going into a flat 4 in midfield now. Bit of a scrappy start to the game. And where's Kaiser? He's obviously no one to come in. Never mind. That's a good ball, but nobody there for Celtic. Big night for Brendan Rodgers as a coach, because he doesn't want to have it on his CV that he's had all these games in the Champions League for Celtic, and he's never really done anything. They get a free kick. Just in front of Dyson Maida. Positive vibes. Positive vibes. Paul, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel, mate. Come on, you boys in green. It should be big news with the channel tonight when it comes to subscribers as well. We could have hit a new Rio attack. Come on, Rio. Rio needs to really have a good one for skills. I think the guys at the back should have it quite easy to a certain extent tonight, because they like to be quite flat, Atletico Madrid. You'll see the way they play. I mean, you see the two strikers are almost in line with each other. The midfield's in line with each other just about. I'm just going to check something on first touch for big Cameron Carter-Vickers. Alistair Johnson tries to get it to Dyson Maida. We just need to settle down a bit. It's a bit scrappy the first couple of minutes. At least we're not. Tam Mark, don't do that. Surely not. Stevie boy. Don't tell me we've just scored. Don't do this to me. Ball goes out to Dyson. I'm on 3 minutes. 3 Celtic have scored, they're all saying. No, watch this. It must come about now. Everyone, the time's all over the place. Dirty Dream. Ball out to Kyogo. Kyogo then comes. Matt O'Reilly. Kyogo. Oh my God! Kyogo goal! Oh my goodness! Kyogo scores just as I get my dinner. Happy days! Come on! Come on! What did I say? We said this before we started the live. We said it in the preview one. My goodness, man! What a goal from Kyogo! Unbelievable. Now you got to say, Dyson held the space. Kyogo comes in for the ball. Matt O'Reilly back to Kyogo. Kyogo then comes inside. Matt O'Reilly watches. Oh, perfect ball for Matt O'Reilly. What about that ball for Matt O'Reilly? We said we needed to hit them hard tonight. Me and Kaizen were both there. He is. He's in the house. Where have you been?
Yes! Setting up this fire stick.
What about that?
Getting some beers. Beautiful, bro. Just got it powered up. Boom. Seen the interchange of play. Bang. Kyogo strikes. Let's go.
What did we say before the game? We said we need to hit an early goal, and we need to. Is Rio injured? Hopefully.
Yeah, we need to hit them early.
We need to hit them early, but then we said we need to get 2 goals. If we're going to do anything, we're going to have to score 2 before they come back at us. Because when they come back, but that's a brilliant start. Absolutely. Yeah, and to be fair, it was a kind of against the run of play in the first 2 minutes.
I think it's a hamstring injury here for Rio.
Bring Paulo Bernard on.
Yeah.
Paulo Bernardo.
Might not be the hamstring, could be muscular, but it looks like he's some sort of strain. See the guy on the walkie-talkie here, he's like, boss, he's got a DDoS. He's got a DDoS walk.
Yep.
I can't get my...
He grabs it straight away.
My volume working on my TV, you know what I mean, bro? And this wee monitor.
I'm on 5 minutes 47.
It's not showing me the time because I'm on TNT. It's just showing me replays and the Kyogo's finished. Right. Absolutely beautiful.
It was brilliant. Love it. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. 2 goals in 3 matches for Kyogo. Well, it was a big shout. I did say he was on my one to score tonight. He was on the one to score, and I thought that what a pass. What a pass from Matt O'Reilly.
Exactly what we were hinting at, bro. Those 2 players combining.
Yep. Big night, we said, for Matt O'Reilly, and it's happened. It's happened. He's done it. We said right before the game, this was the stage that Matt O'Reilly really needs to step up his game, and he's done that. Brilliant start. Absolutely fantastic start. Paulo Bernardo's coming on. That was a big shout that I said that would be the change in the second half. It's a big match for him. He knows how the Spanish play. You know, he knows how these players will play, and how he knows how to get round them. So this is a big night for him. Could be a big shout that he scores tonight.
Yeah, they're trying to storm back into this game, as I see, bro.
Yep.
But they're resolute here, defending well, retaining possession. Not inviting pressure is one of the best things. You know what I mean? Yeah. Enjoying the start, enjoying the fast start.
Brilliant.
I'm at 7 minutes 35, bro.
I'm at 7:17, so I'm about 10 seconds behind you. There was a couple of people shouted yes on the chat when the goal went in, and I was like, "Oh, don't say that! I can't say." And I thought it was for them.
Bro, I was out here celebrating. Surely. I was out here doing flip flops about the kitchen here. So I moved the cam and that over so I could. Make it easier while I was watching the game, so I'm still looking at the camera.
I've not changed that.
You're over here on this screen.
I need to change the score. Where on earth is it? So go. Show that. Edit. Take a screenshot of this.
Brilliant.
Show that. There we go. The score is up. Celtic 1. I need to take a screenshot of that.
Yeah.
Just in case it doesn't last. Right? That's what you need an editor in. I'm about 2.5 minutes ahead in Glasgow, but it's on the radio. It's earlier. Right, let's just. I don't know, Jesus. You need to do some commentating.
Right now, it looks like we're playing really well. Palmer with a beautiful switch ball across, trying to pick out Dyson, who just jumps up and sticks a big elephantitis head on it, and it goes out of play. But yeah, we're progressing forward, playing really well, resolute, firmly in this game. Foot's in the door, and we are in the lead. Yeah, as we see it well. I don't know if everyone's watching the game, if everyone's seen, so I'll just describe the play. Celtic picked up the ball, and it's Kyogo on the right-hand side. He drifts inside to the edge of the 18-yard box, lays it out to Matt O'Reilly, and continues his run. Not tracked and not picked up by any defenders. Matt O'Reilly plays him straight in with a one-touch pass. Kyogo takes one touch, continuing in towards the 6-yard box, past the defender, and finishes past the despairing keeper. It was beautiful finish, beautiful play, lovely interchange of play for Celtic.
Yep. I think this is it's going to be one of those nights where we've been shouting for Paulo Bernardo to get some game time. And this is the type of game he needs to get. Trying to get a free kick there. Never going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Boy says, just turn the camera on the screen. If I was to turn this camera on my screen, I'd get copyrighted.
I'd copyright us. I know in some things I've seen, right, you can put like a wee tiny picture, have it on the screen, but I don't know exactly what the rules are with that, you know what I mean? I've seen some people have movies and stuff on YouTube, and it's like a picture within picture.
Yeah.
But I don't know exactly, and my man Baz has got a well-established large channel, so he doesn't want to really go losing his channel. And
I'm not wanting copyright strikes.
Exactly. I know, like, they give you, like, free copyright strikes, I think it still is, Baz. And then they shut your channel down. But, like, I used to get them all the time for the music that I used in some uploads. But I wasn't trying to monetize the content or make money from the content. I think that's what it journeys into that different realm when your content is monetized.
It's a creamy chicken thing that the good lady put together.
I'm on the old Despacitos. Desperado. On the Desperado. And
I'll tell you one thing though, we're playing really comfortable.
Yeah, we're retaining the ball. We're playing really well. Looking very comfortable in possession.
See how they're not attacking right up front.
No. Very fast paced.
Two strikers only pushing up against your defence. They're kind of sitting just in front of Calmac. Because obviously they know the dangers for Cal McGregor getting on the ball and dictating the game.
Well, I've seen him do it for Scotland as well.
Yeah,
I've seen his qualities, the quality of player that Callum McGregor is. Dyson Maeda working really hard there, fighting for every ball. I would like to see he's make a bit more forward progress and be playing this in midfield rather than playing across the defence. But it seems like we're playing across the defence.
As it stands just now, the stats, Celtic are 42% probability to win. We're sitting with 54% possession. 54% possession. So,
as you know, retaining the ball, the opposition can't help you with what they've not got. Yeah, you know what I mean? If they've not got the ball, they can't help you. But Marvel looks to have settled straight in.
The probability of winning barometer has changed from 25% to Celtic to 42%. 42%. So that's some jump up. So that's an interesting one because we'll keep
taking the lead in the game is always going to give you that. I love that early goal, that first foot forward that gives you the positive stance in the game. You know what I mean? We just need to keep it tight, not make any silly mistakes and give any easy goals away. You know what I mean? We never score any easy goals at this level. No. We don't get them tap-ins. Those defenders go trying to pass the ball back and misplace a pass. So don't give that to the opposition. If we continue doing that and playing like we are now,
better with that.
They look terrified of Palmer. Just going to say this in the bro. Anytime the ball goes near him, they're right on him. just playing the ball out of play rather than trying to dispossess him. Like, Bernardo, you just calm your jets.
The dog's sitting watching me, just to let you know.
Yeah.
It's all nice and easy sitting. Like, go away. Get.
This is quite a rash challenge here for Bernardo. He gets a touch of the ball, but his momentum carries him through the Atletico player. And then, of course, you get the usual barrage of the rest of the squad trying to get him carded. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But a bit of needle in the game. A bit of neb.
That's what we want. There was nothing in that. Nothing in that.
It's just his momentum, it looked like to me. You know what I mean, Baz? It carried him on forward.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, he's going for the ball. He gets the ball. The player just stands.
Yeah.
He's not going to book him.
He's just on the park. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it.
Come on, you need to make sure of that. Win that ball, make sure of it.
Scales just looks solid at the back now, doesn't he?
Yeah. Excellent player. Really, from what people were saying about him, really an excellent player.
I'll tell you one thing, though. Shape-wise, Atletico have kind of lost their shape a bit. As they're coming
just
forward.
Came forward there. Yeah. A wee attacking move there. Deep run for one of the attackers, played in, but stifled by Joe Hart and comes to nothing. Yeah. But we need to be wary. It's still a very dangerous team.
Last season, that would have went in off Joe Hart.
Yeah. It looked like it was going. It looked like it was going to sneak underneath him and beat him at his near post.
Jesus,
he tends to have those arse collapse moments when it goes back towards Big Joe. I can't even see the chat. I forgot to turn the chat on. I'm going to get that up and running so I can see what people are saying. Let's go, legends.
Right. I'm on 15:47. We're just taking this corner.
I'm on 16 minutes, bro. 16:10. So I'm going to try and lead too far ahead of you, let you react to it as it happens.
Second corner. That's all right. They did that when the goal came the first time. I had no idea what was going on because we were nowhere near looking like scoring when I was watching it, and everybody shouting yes.
Let's go. Come on, let's go, Dyson. Just really, I would say that was obstruction there, the way he just muscled them off the ball, but then again, he did just muscle them off the ball.
Yeah.
We want the full crowd to be on their feet the full time, you know what I mean?
I know.
I can't hear any of the audio for the game, which I think is probably for the best because it's not coming across the mic either. Yeah. I don't know if you would get any sort of trouble for the audio.
Nah, you tend not to for the audio, but well, saying that, I did get a copyright from Celtic actually themselves once because of audio.
It's a bit harsh, isn't it, bro?
Yeah. The guy that was the email was actually at Celtic, and I'm like, and that's Celtic sitting going through all my videos. It's nice to know.
It's nice a nice thought.
It is that. I'll tell you one thing though, Greg Taylor isn't banging forward as much as what he usually does, so he's playing that defensive role a little bit tighter tonight.
Well, Atletico look like they're set up here with 3 strikers. Even if one is tracking deep. But yeah. Bombing down the wing here, breaking away. Absolutely minted. We need to keep this up. Palmer really looking like he had a turn of pace there. One of the major criticisms of him is people saying he doesn't look very pacey. He's not pacey enough. Certainly enough pace right here.
I'm just watching it, just right there. Yep. If he had just kept on going, he should have
just kept driving at the box. You know what I mean?
If he'd kept driving just into the byline and then getting the crossover.
Or even cut in and try to cut across the defender with the ball, you know what I mean, Baz? And obstruct the guy behind you basically with your body, drive in towards the area.
Even if he had tried to get that ball back post and Dyson Maida was coming in the back post.
He wins back possession there, and then to me it looks like he's fouled with the player that's fallen down. Outstretches an arm and pulls him down.
Yeah.
That's it. Harried him. Right at them. We're right at them. Every time we've got the ball, we're right at them, right at the races.
All this talk about 1974 trying to get Celtic players wound up. You know, I said it would have no effect on the game because these players know how good they are, right? And they know that they know that they should be at this level. They should be, you know, proving them their own worth at this level. Brendan Rodgers has been talking about that all week, saying that these players, you know, they have to show how good they are. And so far tonight, we seem to be doing that.
Exactly. Like Matt O'Reilly's contribution there, squaring the ball to Kyogo, Kyogo's run. The way that interplay happened was just outstanding, bro. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Not really seeing much of Matt O'Reilly in the game. The game is flying on, flying by. But working hard. As we know, Callum McGregor picks up the ball and tries to play it out of defence. I love that about Celtic right now. Absolutely beautiful. Beat their offensive press, playing the ball out of defence. Just need to continue doing this. Absolutely outstanding.
People get the fear when we pass the ball a bit at the back like this, but I think at this level, this is how they play in Spain. So they'll be used to teams playing like that.
It's high risk, high reward. You know what I mean?
Stevie Boy says that listening to the radio is murder. With me, Palma has got the ball just now. He passes it back into Callum McGregor. Callum McGregor then hits it out to Alistair Johnson. Alistair Johnson hits it out to Maida on the wing. Maida tries to get past his player. Gets past the first one and doesn't get past the second one. They come out with an attack. Cameron Carter-Vickers hits it out in the Spanish half for a throw-in. Stats-wise, we're still sitting at 61% possession. Our pass accuracy is actually 89%, which is quite good for Celtic.
Excellent.
Quite good for Celtic. And we've had one shot on target and one goal. And they've had 3 shots.
Of course, the only major drawback here is Rio Hatate picking up some sort of early injury and going off. But also, every cloud has a silver lining. We get a chance to see
Liam Scales wouldn't be saying that when you look at the injuries that we got to the defenders at the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say something now, and I've been waiting for this guy to get his chance at Celtic, and it's Paulo Bernardo. This is we brought him in with the option to buy for around about $6 million. Now's the time. Now this is the type of games that he was brought in for. You know, this is the level that he was brought in for. They're just passing the ball about midfield just now.
I know he's heavily involved in the Portuguese under-21 setup.
Yep.
He plays very well for them, competes at that level, which bodes well for him competing at this level.
Yep. I'll tell you one thing, I'm liking the back line of Celtic being in a straight back four. There's not often that you see that, but they've obviously been getting drilled during the week at this level you need to be. And I remember Brendan Rodgers saying it. He said, "Oh, the ball just comes in. Oh, we were lucky there." No, lucky, but it's not like he said lucky. It's they're not getting. I tell you one thing, Alistair Johnson at this level.
Alistair Johnston just messing about with the ball a wee bit there.
Yeah.
I don't think that is, but it's been pointed for. You'll see this here, Baz, coming up.
Yeah. Oh. Serious to God.
Yep. Yep, that looks like a clear-cut penalty. The referee's in prime position to see it. Greg Taylor just don't know if he sees the player coming across. He just sticks out that left boot, kicks the player in the back of his left leg. And down he goes.
Clever player. He knows he just has to get his foot in front of him, and that's the difference levels. It's the difference with levels.
Yeah.
Experience.
Kyogo do the same thing.
Yep.
But what an easy way to hand your opponents away to get back into the game as well. You know what I mean? That's defensive error, defensive mistake. Greg Taylor firmly at fault. Atletico playing very well, but passing the ball through and picking out that player with a fantastic ball. It was the kind of ball where you hit the challenge for.
The Spanish come running into the box. A player tries to get in front of Greg Taylor. He puts his leg in front of Greg Taylor. Greg Taylor never really seen him coming from behind, and because he's got his foot in front of Taylor, goes down. It's a penalty and it's a goal.
Yeah. Take the penalty
off
there.
The rebound. Off the rebound as well. Why was nobody coming in for that? You're letting the penalty taker get a free rein.
Yeah, it goes straight back to the penalty taker off the post. Joe Hart kind of touches the ball. It hits off the outside of the post and comes straight back to the penalty taker. Joe Hart's already on the ground and he's in the most advanced position in the area. Just finishes that into like a gaping net. Kind of happy that Joe Hart got down, picked the right way, got a hand to the ball.
Yeah, but still, it's 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1 right now.
It's never good. It's never good. But it is what it is. We're still in the game. We took the lead first. What has that done to the probability? Because it's now 1-1. It's now saying so the probability thing is now changed, and it's saying Celtic are now at 20%, draws at 30%, and Atletico Madrid win probability is now at 50%. Now at 50%, but they have had 5 shots and just a 2 on target.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the fact that we've only had 1 shot at goal, that's half. We really need to up the game because we've had a lot of possession. We have had a lot of possession. I mean, we were the ones that were in the ascendancy possession-wise. We're still in the ascendancy possession-wise. We're sitting on 55%, but we have not had as many shots at goal as what they've had. They've had 5 shots, and we have only had 1 shot on target. They've had.
I mean, they seem to have
2 shots.
Recoiled back into their own area, playing more defensive. Celtic look to be coming forward and looking to win their way back into the match. Really good possession play. We're high up the park, passing the ball around.
But we knew they would do that.
With it back O'Reilly there as well.
I've seen that. I mean, Brendan Rodgers alluded to that in the press conference. He said, "Do you think that you're going to have to sit back? You're going to have to change your tactics. Are you going to have to change the way that Celtic play?" And he's like, "Look, this team will sit back and soak up the pressure. It's the way that they play. It's the way that they play in Spain. You know, they're hard to beat. They're hard to break down. So we will have a lot of the ball," said Brendan Rodgers, what was good. But it looks like it might have been a goal for Celtic. Going by the comments, and I need to update the.
Yeah, I just seen I'm at like 27 minutes. I've seen a cross ball come in and really go to nowhere. The goalkeeper comes out and claims it.
Yeah.
Celtic win a throw in out on the line.
Yep.
Throw back to Carter Vickers, played into Scales, forward to Taylor. Knocked inside, dives in Maeda, driving into the box, squares it. It runs past Kyogo. Palmer. Oh, let's go! Palmer, let's go!
He does not.
Let's go, my man. Wait, you see that?
Dyson. Kyogo misses the ball. Lewis Palmer, big Lewis Palmer, hits it back of the net. Get in. And I've just changed that. I need to change it. What did we say? We said before the game it was a big night for Lewis Palmer. Lewis Palmer makes it 2-1. Just minutes after they score from a penalty. Celtic go back up, and it's now 2-1 Celtic. Massive goal. Massive goal. And the one player that I predicted would score before the game started has. So all we need now, they're going for an offside.
Both players be protected.
Both, yep. And then the next one was, and I'll tell you one thing, you said 3-1. You said 3-1.
I said to Celtic. Palmer, Kyogo and O'Reilly to score.
And if I hope you're a betting man, because that's a cracking pass by Dyson. And I tell you one thing, Palmer is in the position that he should be, on the edge of the box, and it always gets to me why players aren't there when we take a corner, right on the edge of that edge of the box. The ball always, always breaks 6 or 7 times. Yeah, always breaks to that edge of the box. Lewis Palmer was in the perfect position.
Mere seconds after Dyson, Maeda and Palmer switch positions, they switch wings.
Yep.
Maeda's run through, causes the initial problems, and Palmer comes in to finish for the other side, for the right-hand side. Absolutely excellent play.
That's a change that comes directly for Brendan Rodgers. So he's obviously told to mix it up a bit. So Brendan Rodgers showing his worth. Dyson just slipped him on the ball there. Brendan Rodgers just showing his worth at this level. Come on. He's not getting booked for that. Oh, get up.
Accidental, you know what I mean? But looked like quite a painful. Big CCVs, all whatever.
Couldn't have happened to a better player. Yes, beauty. Right down his ankle. Even better. There's your 1974 in one packet. There's your 1974. Get in there. That's for wee Jinky, he said.
That's for wee Jimmy.
That's it.
Put some ice in that, son.
Lewis Palmer, 1 goal in 3 matches. And I think that's the Champions League they're talking about. Lewis Palmer, he's making himself undroppable now.
And he did score and have it chopped off.
Chopped off, yep.
This guy's right arse cheek plays Dyson Maeda miles onside. Miles onside. But I like the way they've picked out this VAR. I like the way they do this with the VAR.
Yeah.
You'll see that coming up, Baz. I like the way they do that with the computer model. They show you the full line. Yeah. It's not some guy with a set of crayons and a ruler and a squint eye. Like they get here in Scotland.
It's eye, yeah. That is good, that, isn't it? That's different level stuff.
CSI, I seen that in the 1990s, you know what I mean, bro? And here we are in Scotland, just got VAR and still get a guy out with crayons and a ruler.
I know.
That's a free kick there. Player just goes straight through Kyogo and the ref plays that one. That's a free kick there. I think he looks for the advantage and brings it back. Yeah, he just runs straight through Kyogo.
Oof. How's that not a free kick? How's that not a booking? How's that not a booking?
I don't know. It seems to happen quite often. Let's go. You need to make these chances count. When you get balls like that, you need to really put them under pressure.
Like Pam's starting to love Palmer. Wonder how many ladies have got over their Jota love now, and they've got a new poster boy in Palmer.
Do you know where Lucius's black phone is?
No. You want my phone for him just now?
Yeah.
2-1 Celtic against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. What does that do to the group standing?
Close the group wide open. You know what I mean? If we come out with this fair result, I understand there's only 30 minutes played here in the first half. Entire second half to go. We've already seen 3 goals in the first half. 30 minutes of football. Absolutely outstanding.
Well, we knew with Feyenoord are now on 6 points. They've won 2, lost 1. We knew that itself was going to make a dramatic change to the group. The way that it was lined up. Atletico Madrid are still in second on 4 points. Lazio are in third on 4. If Celtic manage to maintain this lead and finish the game, we'll be on 3 points. We'll be off the board and on 3 points. And that puts us right into the mix again. That puts us into the mix. And this is what it means. It's these small margins for finishing third. But then again, you're then thinking to yourself, the players will be thinking, look, if we can pull this off, we're going at half time and we can pull this off and win this game.
There's a Atletico Madrid player booked for his over-anxious protest to the referee. The referee's having none of that.
Yeah, quite right.
He's pointing at his veins. I don't know if he's trying to find a main artery there. He's insinuating the ball hit a player's hand. Absolutely choking for it.
Yep.
But you tend to find in these games, when the ref awards one side a penalty, there's that unconscious bias and wanting to square that up. You know what I mean? I always find that's a thing. So maybe we could get in and maybe win one of our own. That's imagine claiming for that. Imagine even claiming for that.
His hand's by his side anyway. It comes off scales, isn't it? No, they're trying to say it was off Cameron Carter-Vickers.
Well, it comes off Carter-Vickers' face and deflects down
onto Matt O'Reilly's arm.
Aye, onto O'Reilly's arm. There's nothing O'Reilly can do about that.
No, not a thing. Not a thing.
And you can't get a handball from a deflection. I believe it's a rule as well. Oh, sheesh.
Oh, come on. What's that all about? You see the guy jumping over the back of Scales there? He jumps all over the back of Scales and then tries to get a free kick for it. Alistair Johnson putting the ball in. There's nobody there in the middle of the... Oh, Jesus.
Matt O'Reilly.
Matt O'Reilly. Matt O'Reilly. Oh, man. See if this actually happens the way that we spoke about it before the game. I'm telling you, I'm going to try and get a VPN and put a bet on a UK betting site.
Yeah.
Nice little touch for O'Reilly there.
As I said, the most popular score voted for online throughout Twitter, Facebook, and other social media was Celtic win 3-2, which kind of the mood of people looking in. You know what I mean? Maybe picking Celtic out, and as you said as well, Baz, the way Atletico have been playing, the way they set up, the way they play, how they're doing right now in Spain. You know what I mean? How they're performing in the league. 3 points off the top with a game in hand.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
If this continues and Celtic manage to claw a result out of this game and do well, that has got to I
tell you one thing. I'm watching this game, right, and there's not a lot of movement with their front two. Their front two are quite static. There's not a great deal of movement when the two of them are up front together. I think the way that they score all the goals is oh, come on. I was kind of hoping Paulo Bernardo was going to get his foot onto that ball there. I'll tell you one thing, we're all in their half, bar Liam Scales.
Yeah. I think what I've seen with
Vickers. Every single player, the only player that's not in their half, well, now is Vickers and Scales. The two strikers are pushing up, but that allows Celtic to move forward again. This is fantastic by Celtic.
The strikers seem to split and leave, try and draw central, say it's 2-on-2 with central defenders, try and draw them out wide and leave that central area exposed. And I think it's their number 6 who tends to drive on through the middle.
But then that's where Callum McGregor's holding his own.
That's where we need Callum McGregor in that sort of role, doing that sort of thing. That's why people were calling for us to get that stifling, wrecking style central midfielder to play more defensive and basically set Callum McGregor free going forward.
But the way that the manager sees Callum McGregor playing is that he wants to prolong his career as much as he can. He did the same with Scott Brown when he came in. You know, everyone said that Scott Brown's legs was done when he came in.
He's indispensable to Celtic right now, where he plays. If we were to go and try and replace Callum McGregor like for like, as in football quality and ability, we'd be upwards of 30 million trying to replace him, I think, Baz. 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
And he never gets the credit where he's due because he is a Scottish player playing in Scotland.
Exactly.
But
they're starting to pass the ball about just at
absolutely
the back.
Phenomenal talent.
They're doing quite a bit of try and keep the ball just now, but you'd expect that 38 minutes into the game.
I mean, there's nothing in this here. You'll see this coming up with
Dyson. Never.
Absolutely nothing in it.
Nothing.
Just a bit of argy-bargy, and they win a free kick here.
It was a rough tackle, but it's not a booking or anything. Do you know what I mean? But it is putting their number one striker, Griezmann. It's telling him, look, I'm here, and then he's rolling about like a crybaby, like an absolute crybaby. He just stole about 3 or 4 yards with the ball there, as they do. I hope they're enjoying the freezing cold weather. Mind you, it's cold in Madrid, so it was 28
I'm enjoying that.
degrees
I'm enjoying this flag that's coming up on screen, bro. Not my most favouriteest flag, but when I see it in this situation, I certainly love to see it.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's the offside flag, bro.
Perfect. Brilliant. Brilliant. But it just shows you. Is he offside?
He's marginally offside.
Marginally. Is it going to go to VAR?
No, it does not. Once again, highlighting their danger. They are dangerous. They're a very dangerous team.
We knew that. And the thing is they were in the ascendancy there for a couple of minutes. They were doing lots of nice passing. And then it's their style to try and get that free kick just on the outskirts of the box. 40 minutes into the game, there will be a couple of minutes added on for obviously the goal celebrations. There's been 3 goals in the first half. Callum McGregor just on the ball just now to Matt O'Reilly. Matt O'Reilly puts the ball through to Kyogo. Kyogo's there. Dyson Maeda's the only one there. Kyogo he's not going to get past these players.
Just
come on, Celtic, move.
Playing the ball back and taking the sting out of the game a bit.
Yeah.
And reinitiating the attack, which is probably the best move there. Another beautiful ball from Palmer. Lovely little dink ball.
Matt O'Reilly must have took a sore one because he was rubbing his head there in the middle of the park next to he's back up front now. On the ball. Bit wide. Palmer, nice little chip. Oh, unlucky. Come on.
We certainly look incredibly likely as well. You know what I mean, Baz? Yes. We look incredibly likely. And the kind of free kicks that we're conceding against them, a shoulder barge there, Bernardo pushed over, no free kick for Celtic. Have you seen a free kick for the similar thing awarded?
That was a handball. How did the linesman not see that? Paulo Bernardo giving it his European flair.
Yes, bro, he's left leg offside here. Marginal, but offside nonetheless. Showed us another replay of Matt O'Reilly's goal. Yeah. Very well struck. In a good area at a good height for the keeper to save. Yeah. But
listen, the linesman's at the other side, so if the linesman can't see the Celtic player, he knows he's offside. You know what I mean? So
Sarah in there with a comment on the referee, summing up his performance so far. I believe she coins him as a ham shank.
Yeah. I just seen that comment. Celtic are playing really well. This is. I mean, I see a lot of the fans are on their feet. I hope they're making a bit of noise. It is the game that we feared. This is probably the game in the group that I feared the most, to be honest. And it's the game that we're actually winning at. We're actually winning so far.
Like I says, if we come in this game, right, we manage to tough this out, pick up the result here. Even though it is a home tie, Celtic will take, this squad will take tremendous confidence from this game.
I'll tell you one thing, the stats keep changing because now that Celtic have scored, the probability of Celtic win is now at 50%. Celtic have only had 3 shots. They've had 3 shots on target and they've got 2 goals. They have had 6 shots and only 2 shots on target. So even though that they've had more shots than us, possession-wise, we're still in front in possession also, and we're ahead in passes. Pass accuracy is still sitting at 87% for Celtic, which is fantastic.
Defensively, I know at this stage, right, they've had the ball in the back of the net and it's been ruled off for offside.
Yep.
But we've been defensively so strong. Excellent performances all over the park. Just the thing you want to see, every player stepping up and giving his all.
Definitely.
I must say, not used to seeing Alistair Johnson dawdle on the ball a little bit, but I do remember fairly on dawdling on the ball a little bit. Not used to seeing that, but
he's sitting quite far back as well compared to normal, and so is Greg Taylor. So that it shows that they're taking their defensive duties really
seriously.
You know, it's like they're not getting dragged away in positions in midfield. I mean, Greg Taylor usually gets dragged right into the centre circle, but he's not tonight, gladly.
Well, as I've said, with their 2 strikers splitting up front, one going left, one going right, and looking wide and leaving the middle of the park, trying to derive space there. If Taylor was pushing into midfield, pushing further up the park, it would leave a bigger gap in the centre of the pitch. That Anthony Scales would be one-on-one with a midfielder of high quality, because these guys are high quality. I think it says plus 5 minutes added time.
Alistair Johnson just kicking the ball up the park. Yep, plus 5 minutes.
Excellent, Celtic. We need to be highly alert here towards the end of the extra time. You can't afford to lose one here. Yep. Take that sucker punch. Okay, we would go in level at half time, but going in ahead is far better.
Going in ahead is far better. It's Greg Taylor holding his own there. He's trying to get another penalty. Look at that.
Anthony Johnson, excellent, coming in and winning that ball there. Takes it right off the striker's toes.
Keeper just needs to keep a hold of that ball, just get a few seconds.
Scales is absolutely solid as well. Just his play, his positional play there. For all, Scales has been mentioned for not having a lot of pace as well.
Tell you one thing. Alistair Johnson done fantastic there. Yes, Scales was brilliant as well. Just putting enough pressure on him. Just putting enough pressure on him to make it awkward for him to try and get the shot away. What a player! What a find! I mean, people say what a find, but he's been at Celtic, but people didn't think he was at that level. You know, people didn't think that Liam Scales had this level in him.
Some players, they never arrive at the level, but you think they can muster, and other players rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
Through the performance at Ibrox from Liam Scales, I knew he was the kind of player who would rise to the occasion. And then it's a case of how much can you test him? How much can you push him on and see how much he's going to try and arrive on any stage in football? I think I'm getting a cap for Ireland was a big feather in his cap as well.
I was watching Paulo Bernardo off the ball there, and he was in between two players, and he was getting some good positional play, but he's just not getting enough of the ball for me just now. That's where Rio
Hatate him out enough.
Yeah.
Not using him the way we would use Hatate. Maybe that's due to the fact that he's relatively new in the squad.
New into the squad, yep. Liam Scales has proved me wrong 100%, and I'm delighted, says Pam. Yeah, I think we're all delighted the way that Scales...
Scales up with the head there as well, Baz. It's good to see that. Scales putting his cell in the mix. It comes off his shoulder, actually. Goes over the bar. But you got to put yourself in the mix there. Celtic don't do it often enough from corner kicks. We don't exploit those opportunities.
It's unlucky for the big man. I can imagine he scored at this level. It does just come off the guy's shoulder. It comes off the guy's back, doesn't it?
Taps off, bro, if he scores at this level. Terry Ginger nipples out. Yellow card in the bag.
Well, I'm 2 minutes 43 into the extra time added on. Alistair Johnson's just getting back up his feet. It's been a fantastic half.
I'm at the
first half.
3 minutes, 3 minutes and 10.
So you're 15 seconds in front of me.
Another yellow card there. to the Atletico Madrid player.
Yep.
He seems quite bemused as to why he's been yellow carded. But this referee seems resolute in
The
his
referee
decision.
seems yep. He's not good. He's I mean,
I think the
What
yellow
was that
card
for?
is because he kind of leads these studs into the challenge.
Because he's high ball, isn't it? High foot. You look at it.
He's
It's his
studs
hand.
showing.
It's his hand.
Is it handball?
Aye, that's his hand. He tries to do a Maradona, but he's just not as good.
It's not the hand of God. It's only one of them now, Baz. It's in your house.
Pure Gold says... on you go?
Sorry, on you go, brother. I love the fact that I coined that nickname.
God, yeah. Celtic at a different level right now. Absolutely loving it. We'll get some of the
he tries to obstruct the throw in with his hand.
Yeah.
See it a wee replay. Really playing really well. Celtic are at a different level right here, right now.
Celtic have...
Just soaking up any pressure, any sort of attacking pressure. We're taking the sting right out of it as well, which is excellent. Considering...
Tell you one thing though, this team aren't as good as Real Madrid.
No, they are not.
They're not.
They are a very good side.
They're a very good side, aye, but it just shows you how good Real Madrid were last season. Because I mean, Celtic pretty much dominated the first half, but then they just turned up. You know, they just turned up last season.
Exactly.
So let's hope that this lot... They're playing a back five right now.
The half-time whistle goes. And we go in here, 2-1. 2-1 up. Furuhashi and Palmer with both Celtic goals.
Absolutely. You
following
would
the plan.
Never have predicted that. But we did. You did say 3-1. You did say 3-1 in the preview video. And then we did say two players. Well, we said three players that we think can score tonight. Obviously, Matt O'Reilly, who hasn't yet, but the big one, Kyogo. Kyogo scores a cracker 3 minutes into the game, puts us in front, and then with another screamer is Palmer.
Yeah.
Palmer stands
Beautiful
up to
finish for Palmer.
Absolutely brilliant. Scrape me off the ceiling. Let's get some of the comments up. Scrape me off the ceiling. We need to come out stronger and bury it. It would do that. We need to bury them in the second half. They're going to come out and they're going to go for it, because when you look at the table, when you look at the league just now, I need to go back a page. Just click on this again.
You want this?
I mean, as it stands just now, we're on 3 points. This will be a big dent to Atletico, because they're going to be in second place on 4 points. You know, they know that they'll want to, if they can even get a draw. I mean, even if they get a draw, they're only on 5 points. They'll be hoping that they can get the win. But as it stands, Celtic are not giving it. You know, they're not giving them anything. I mean, for them to have scored a penalty says it all for me. You know, I mean, none of the shots that they've had, you're thinking, oh, you know, Joe Hart made a good save or something. It's the shots that they've had haven't really been like that. So Celtic are completely holding their own. What a half! What a first half!
Exactly. I think the fact that they didn't get in at half time, right, trailing us by 1. The fact that they have managed to put the ball in the net, given it that it was offside, I don't think their manager will be too disappointed. He will be certainly saying, look, we persevere, we keep playing our way, we can get at Celtic. But for my opinion, Celtic are certainly getting at them. Certainly looking defensively very strong in the midfield, and we are getting at them as well.
Just put a comment up for something today. Breaking news. No, my name is reportedly set about his telly in his mom's living room.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry about it. It's one of them black and white fat boy TVs for the 80s.
It's not even one of them. Oh, jeez. Right. Celtic so far have been absolutely amazing. The goal, the play for the goal, for Kyogo's goal, that little touch, the little diagonal ball touch from Matt O'Reilly. I mean, the ball comes from Dyson Maeda and it then goes out to Kyogo. Kyogo hits it into O'Reilly, and O'Reilly, just that little pass and then Kyogo just had one thing on his mind, burying it in the back of the net. It was brilliant.
Exactly.
Absolutely brilliant.
Exactly what you want your striker to do. The touch out, right? Lots of people would touch that and then stand and admire their own pass. Not Kyogo. He's straight away moving. He's firing on all cylinders, certainly mentally. Yeah, just outclassing, outstripping their defenders at such a high level, such a high standard of defence here we're facing as well. Showing that his movement and his qualities are there. They're there for all to see. I don't think any of us really doubted him that much. We certainly had questions whether they could arrive at this level and turn form. We've seen them and abilities we've seen him use other places and arrive on this stage. But for me, he certainly is arriving on this stage ever since he got that goal in the last game as well.
Yep, definitely. I think this could be, I think this could be the game that announces Kyogo to the Champions League and shows them that he is a first-class striker. Shows everyone, shows the whole of Europe that he is a first-class striker. It will also show Europe that Matt O'Reilly is such an intelligent player. Go back to that first goal. It was the slightest of touches from Matt O'Reilly. Do you know there was hardly any weight on it at all. He just placed it right through the middle of their defence, and it leaves it for Kyogo. What a performance!
As we've seen Matt O'Reilly do that several times in the league, threading the eye of a needle with a perfectly weighted ball, and here he is doing it at such a prestigious stage in football, threading the eye of the needle, slotting that ball through. Of course, he did earn himself a Danish call-up to the first team. I don't know exactly how that went. I can't exactly remember, but
he was on holiday. He was on holiday in Mallorca, that famous little island just off the coast of me, just up the road, and it's seems to be the little hidey hole that Brendan Rodgers has all the players going to. That was the place that Callum McGregor, you'll remember, met Brendan Rodgers for a 3.5-hour lunch. I mean, I know the Spanish like a couple of hours siesta, and then they do like a long lunch, but that was a long lunch for him and Callum.
That was certainly a 5-course meal, discussing the future plans for the club and where the club is at right now.
And I tell you one thing.
Sorry, Baz.
If we do manage to maintain this and it's a big if. It's a big if, because let's not try and kid ourselves on here. These two are this team. They are a top class team, and they're going to come out. They're going to come out and try and win the second half. But we are in the ascendancy. We are a goal up to the good. Even if they come out and attack, they've got to score another 2 goals. That will open them up at the back, which should allow us a bit of time and space on the ball.
It's just showing you this goal here, Baz. Right, it comes. Dyson Maeda heads it to Kyogo. Kyogo chests it down to O'Reilly. O'Reilly picks up the ball. Yep. Absolutely beautiful play by Celtic. That chest, that control for the chest.
That chest for Kyogo, yeah.
O'Reilly right generating space for himself. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that movement. Absolutely lovely.
That was brilliant when you see it like that. I tell you one thing, right? That is top level European football stuff that we've just watched for Celtic. We would, and we talk about, are we at this level? And is the Europa maybe our level? If Celtic play like this, were to play like that on a consistent basis in the Champions League, oh my God, we would be then talking about trying to finish second in a group consistently.
Yes, 100%, bro. I think that's why some people look towards the Europa League, because they see flashes of this kind of playing style and ability from Celtic, and we think we could go all the way in the Europa League.
We could.
I mean, we're not. We don't just look at that as if we're there to take part. We're there to take over. I love that mentality.
Going back to the penalty, it's just showing you the penalty. It was a very clever move. The Madrid player knew what he was doing. He knew he just had to get his foot in front of Taylor, and any contact at all, and it's a penalty. He was never going to beat Taylor, but he just has to get his leg in front. As soon as he gets his leg in front, it's a penalty. So
that ball, right, bro? That ball for Greg Taylor to pick out Dyson Maeda, stunning, right? Absolutely excellent ball. On a wet surface, Maeda's pace, the cross into the box, and Palmer finishing that on his right foot. You'd expect a player to put his left foot through that, but finishes it with his right foot. Absolutely outstanding.
Just on the inside of the post, perfect. And dances right in front of the Spanish fans, even better.
I gives them a wee arriba.
Two absolutely cracking goals. You've got to remember they have had one ruled offside. So we can count our blessings with that. I mean, it was offside, but it was by the smallest amount. You know what I mean? It was the smallest amount that it was offside, but an offside is an offside. When you see it from...
a wing.
Aye.
I like a wing offside, bro.
The thing is, the linesman that gave it couldn't see the Celtic player, so he knew the guy had to be offside. You know what I mean? The Celtic player was behind him, so that's why he flagged for it straight away, and it was proven right by VAR, thankfully, because let's face it, there's been many, many, many times that something like that would happen and it would go against Celtic. Right, let's get some of the comments up because there'll be a lot of folk jumping on at half time. Was you okay? That's a bit lanky.
Man of the first half, right? I've just seen that comment there. Man of the first half.
Palmer.
How was Palmer man of the first half? Realistically, how was he? He was dangerous. He was always willing to receive the ball. He's brave on the ball. He's just new to the club. He's never really competed at this level. Coming in with that finish, the coolness, the calmness to rifle that ball home. For me, he's Palmer is the man of the first half.
He's got that in him. We knew that he had that in him. And, you know, the goals that he has scored, the touch that he's got is just... I think he's going to be a fantastic player for us. What was the Lazio score? So, as it stands, Feyenoord top the group on 6 points after 3 games. They beat Lazio today. Atletico Madrid are sitting on 4 points as it stands just now. Lazio are sitting on 4 points as it stands just now. And Celtic are on 3 points. If we can keep this up, we get our first points in the Champions League for a long time. And we're back in the mix. We're back in the mix.
Yeah,
not only for third position, but for second place.
That is a dream scenario, isn't it, Baz? Being right back in the mix, being in contention after this game.
I was happy enough before the game to draw, just to get off the mark, and giving ourselves a fighting chance for that third spot. If we manage to maintain this, and if we manage, we've still got 45 minutes plus extra time, which will probably be about 7 minutes or something. I'm going to go for 7 minutes extra time, because the Spanish will try and cheat that out of it. If we can finish the night on 3 points, 1 point behind 2 of the other teams, we go away to Lazio, we go away to Atletico, and then we've got Feyenoord at home. When it comes to it, if we can grab something at Lazio, it would be fantastic. Grab something just to get us.
I think there was a couple of their players booked as well in the first half.
Yep.
And for me, I think it's 2 of the players that play in the right-hand side of the pitch for them. Yep. So that's really Palmer and Bernardo. You want them to put pressure on those players. Anytime they come near them, you want to hit the ground and you want to try and get them a red card.
Yep. They've had 3 yellow cards. We've had one, obviously, for Cameron Carter-Vickers. Fouls wise, I mean, pass accuracy, we're still sitting at 86%. Passes, we're sitting at 350 passes. Possession, we're sitting at 58% against 42. So, I mean, everything on paper, it's fantastic. It's just,
that's fantastic, bro.
We played
a La Liga team, you know what I mean? A La Liga team, and we're outstripping them in possession. That just speaks for itself.
It's absolutely brilliant. Celtic 4, Atletico Madrid 1. There just goes in. We won at Lazio a few years ago. Dumbelli got that winner, but we won at home and away to Lazio. So we'll be hoping that we can maybe grab something at Lazio away. I'm hoping the way that we're playing like this, that it sets the cat amongst the pigeons and we can do something in a couple of weeks' time. And in Madrid.
That's ideal.
And I'm going to be dreading it because I'm going to be sitting just to the right-hand side of the Celtic fans, but in the home end.
Oh, will you be live for the mobile phone during the game, Baz? Or will you be handing me the keys to the YouTube and letting me go live alone?
I might just have to do that. I might just have to set
the
up
guys
for
all
that.
The keys.
Just hand you the keys and that's it. Passing will be slick on Sunday, continuing in the first half. Lorna, this is going to be a long, nervous second half. She's resorted to the beers. I think I might have to get the hand of God, the beer God, to bring me through a drink. Enjoy your second half, troops. Hail, Bucky Arla. Bucky Arla.
Bucky Arla, my man.
Bucky Arla. Lorna's on the swally. That's it. We're all doomed. Same again, Celtic, says Roy. I think we're all in agreement with that. If we can get the same again. And my fire stick's just froze. That's not what I want.
And it's Martin O'Neill that's talking right now on Minds, bro. I wish I could hear this. Because when you get pearls of wisdom for such a genius as Martin O'Neill. And okay, he's got Neil Lennon sitting there beside him. No one wants to hear Neil Lennon open his mouth and fart, given that we have sort of forgiven him for his past transgressions. But definitely a club legend, you know what I mean? These performances as a player and his performances as a manager, discounting the last season he was there. But I don't think that was all on him either. You know what I mean?
There was that's a trap for another day. There was lots of players that were wanting away and everything. Don't know. He was given a rough time of it.
The French Revolution, but given that as well, bro, I wouldn't label it all with the players as well. It was unprecedented times. COVID, people's families were suffering all over the world. We were locked down. We were stuck in this country. They had family stuck at home. You know what I mean? So I don't point the finger or elbow at anyone. In the heat of the moment, in the madness of that season, I was certainly very angry at Neil Lennon. I wasn't at the stages up at Parkhead flinging sharks, but I wasn't far off it. You know what I mean? I wasn't far off it.
Fire stick's just frozen. There we go.
They've made a half-time substitution. I think they took off Galan and I've brought on. I think that was one of the players that was
Marcus Lynch. Yeah. Which is interesting. Interesting that they're making a substitution already.
Double substitution, bro. 2 substitutions.
They brought 2 substitutions. There you go.
Lining up in the 4-3-2.
That's interesting.
Matt O'Reilly just picking the shots at his back passes. Lots of the ladies are sending in messages asking for those shots.
Do you think that they're going to go really defensive now? Typical Spanish type, go really defensive, put 5 at the back?
Bro, I think they're going to come out and put their hat in the ring. They're going to be in contention. And like someone said in the chat, they're squeaky bum half. You know what I mean? Very much. We want to do what we've done at the start of the first half. We want to come out, want to be firing all cylinders, and we want to get that early goal at the start of this half. We get that early goal, put it out of their reach. Everyone relaxes. There's a huge sigh of relief. The crowd hits party mode, and then we're unstoppable, in my opinion. Matt O'Reilly just coming fulfill the Kaiser's prophecy. Rifle one in for us.
Score that goal. I'm just trying to see because it's on the. You never get the full screen. I wish you would just zoom out a bit so you could see how many they're playing at the back.
I seen them play. They lined up in a 4-3-2 at the start of the half, bro. So playing 4 at the back.
It's a good one for Palmer.
And that's got to be their formation while Celtic are in possession, because Celtic are hitting centre, of course, so we are in possession. So I would say when we're in possession, they're in 4-3-2. Matching is in midfield for our 3 midfielders. When they're in possession, you see the midfielders coming forward. At least one midfielder pushes forward, pushes up with a striker, and a sort of diamond, a sort of little triangle they play there. The number 6 it always seems to be. I can't see his name, but probably get slated for not knowing exactly who it is just by his number. But I don't know any players who don't play for Celtic. I don't know any of them, bro.
There's never any professionalist about this channel.
If you don't play for Celtic, I don't know who you are.
Yeah, that's it. Alistair Johnson needs to watch when he's got his hands up like that.
Lovely Anthony Scales.
Yeah.
Palmer obstructed.
Come on, Palmer. That was obstruction. Really well. And then just boots it to get it up the park.
For me, Palmer was obstructed there.
Yep, I think so too. We're 55 minutes away from a Chilica. on my. We should have left him on the channel. Huh? Should have just.
Oh, it would
I
have been
should have
good to
left
see
him.
him. It's that double-edged sword in it, bro. He's going to come in here. He's going to come in here whenever there's any sort of hard game for Celtic, or if we're losing. He's going to come in. He's going to come in before these games. He's certainly not going to stick around and watch these games. No, and if Celtic are winning, he's certainly not going to be here. So he wants all the pleasure and none of the pain. If he was up for both, then fair enough. But he's not. He's just a hopeless loser. Not wearing these mum's tights. You know what I mean?
Newcastle are getting beat by Dortmund.
Newcastle getting beat by Dortmund right now. Newcastle have been like the surprise package in their group. Have been playing really well.
Doctor's coming for around 55 minutes for a health check. 45. We need to keep it at 55.
Just in there. And he's in there drinking cider through his mum's tights while his mum's wearing them.
That's not even right. Oh, this fire stick keeps on freezing.
I just put mine down to the. It gives you like several sources for the game. I just put mine on the standard definition all the time, bro, because it uses the least internet bandwidth. And I've got kids running about with mobile phones and tablets, and they don't care what I'm watching. I'm just dad. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's it. Callum McGregor on the ball. Alistair Johnson back to Callum McGregor. Back to Carter Vickers.
That's good work by Alistair Johnson.
That was a cracking pass by Alistair Johnson. Just he can't get on the end of it. It goes out. Oof.
Right there, bro. That's what I was talking about. When he chases that lost, it seems to be a dead ball and chases it right down.
Yep.
Almost makes something out of nothing. Excellent in there as well. Bernardo, that is there working back.
Oh, come on.
Yep. I hate airspace. Sorry, Baz.
So that's all right. My fire stick keeps on freezing. I'm on 49 minutes, 48, 49, 50. What are you on?
I'm on 50 right now, bro. Matt O'Reilly just a free kick awarded against him. You see the frustration on O'Reilly there. Yep. He knows what it means. Like it was not a little tap of his foot. So you could say free kick, yes. Nothing really.
He doesn't even touch him. He doesn't even touch him.
It looks like the laces of Matt O'Reilly's boot sort of touch the sole of his foot. And any sort of contact, these players are going to go down. You know what I mean? Palmer booked as well.
Palmer booked for dissent.
Smiling too hard at the referee.
Come on. Way over.
Let's go, Celtic. Comes to nothing.
Yep, way over. That's the best that they've got. Of course, that will go down as another goal attempt by them. So it'll go on to the stats as another shot on target. So they're now sitting on 7 shots on target. We're sitting on 5 shots on target. So we're kind of leveling up. We're still sitting possession-wise that we're ahead in possession.
It seems to be very dangerous for these free kicks, especially on the outside of the area.
That's how they win most of their games, to be honest.
Matt O'Reilly, certainly the frustration he showed there is like he's gifting away an opportunity for them to get in the box and get a chance at goal. See the frustration on him from it. So it's clearly something that the manager has been working on with the squad in training. And you look at how everyone's performing, everyone's playing, the way they're fulfilling their roles and sticking to the letter. Amazing work for Brendan Rodgers, just tactically so aware. And the ability to make those in-game tactical changes, those switch-ups. Maeda switching with Palmer, we've seen in the first half, resulted in a goal. Just things like that, you know what I mean, that Brendan Rodgers is so good at. Again, we retain possession under pressure, we're retaining possession.
We played out for the back there really well. Because they were right up against us. Tom Max just spoiled it and said 2-2.
I don't like the way Joe Hart does that. See, when he receives the ball, he turns his entire body towards the way he's always going to play the ball. rather than keeping his option open, he turns his entire body towards that direction. Who round it and set 2-2?
Well, half the chat must come about now. And number 6 is getting loads of space in the midfield. We're backing off. Well, look at us backing off. Why is Matt O'Reilly not going into or Callum McGregor? Oh, the guy flips over. Back post. Nobody gets him. Nobody gets him.
Good finish.
Nobody gets him.
Good finish.
It is good finish, but it goes right across the. You're wanting big Cameron Carter-Vickers just to head it out. You know, but they don't like giving away corners, but Cameron Carter-Vickers loses his man. He's in front of him. He's
driving run, skips the challenge.
Right behind him.
The ball across into a really dangerous area.
That was
the
Cameron Carter-Vickers, well. And it was, but Cameron Carter-Vickers completely loses his man, which is not like him at all. And then he headers it right across.
Just to put his laces through that.
Yeah,
that ends up over the stand.
Want Louis Palmer to try and up the game a bit here, but he is on a booking also. We're getting
Ali Jones saying 3-2 Celtic. I don't know if that's a prediction or if that's what's actually happening. I think we would have more than one person. Let's hope that's exactly what happens.
They scored before. Dyson Maeda coming down the wing. That was a prediction, she's saying.
Re-prediction. Let's hope it happens.
We did say that they would come out this second half. I mean, they're getting a free rein now. I think
affording them a lot of space down the wings.
Yes,
especially
we're giving them far too much space now. We've kind of lost our shape in midfield. That's where the first half we were sort of in a straight bank of 4. We've lost that. And is that the fact that Callum McGregor's getting dragged back into the back 5 too much? Crazy ass shot, but
cool.
That's my confident prediction. The Windy with the
that would be my bookie bet away, bro, with their second goal. But as I said, as long as we are getting this result, as long as we can claw out this result,
as long as we can keep it like this,
it's never smooth sailing when it comes to us. I understand that, you know what I mean? That's how I was like, this is going to be hard fought. Lots of the chatters as well saying squeaky bum second half.
Yeah. The live win probability now has changed to 43% Atletico Madrid. Now, when Celtic were in front, it was 50% Celtic for the win. So they have had 10 shots. I mean, the stats speak for themselves. And I hope this is something that we're not going to be talking about at the end of the game, because they've had 10 shots at goal. They've only had 3 on target. We've had 3 on target, but we've only had 5 shots at goal. So that tells it a lot, even though we're getting possession. Brendan Rodgers did predict this before the game. He said, look, we'll not be sitting back. We will get a lot of the ball. It's just the way that they play. So he obviously done his homework on the team, as he does, but I just think that Cameron Carter-Vickers, he loses his man, and the guy's diagonally behind him. So even though Cameron Carter-Vickers tiny looks to his left, they can't see him trying to run past them. Very clever player by the striker. It's the type of ball that you're wanting your striker to do. But you're also wanting Cameron Carter-Vickers to be attacking that ball as it's coming over. You know, don't wait for it to try and go out. Cameron Carter-Vickers should have been attacking the ball, which he never. Which is the downside of where we're now at 2-2.
If the player that you're marking as a defender can see the number on the back of your shirt, then you've lost them. That's the wrong position to be in. Quite clearly, I see there that maybe Cameron Carter-Vickers doesn't feel the presence of the striker behind him, or looks for him, doesn't really see him, doesn't really spot the danger. Then you've got to say that's stunning forward play for that forward to nip in and get that finish at the back post.
Their number 16 just kicks it out. That's what Carter-Vickers should have done. When the ball comes in for Dyson, and this is exactly what Carter-Vickers should have done. because he knows that Louis Palmer's...
That comment there, so shite in Europe, I just completely disagree with that comment altogether.
Yeah.
I don't care what happens in this game. The performance of our squad, the way we're playing,
we've been absolutely tremendous so far.
Yeah, I think we've been fantastic. I would go as far as to say, Mike, are you a undercover agent? Are you sitting wearing a sash? Are you playing
like John Duncan
the wrong
said,
side of your face?
What has happened in the second half? Basically, they come out all guns firing. They've levelled it at 2-2. The ball came, it was a ball that Cameron Carter-Vickers, as far as I'm concerned, should have seen the danger and should have hit it out of the park, but he let them go. Oh, good save by Joe Hart.
Yeah, but a bit of ragtag. I see there that Callum McGregor is basically in the left back position now for some unknown reason.
And I said that a couple of minutes ago. He's getting dragged into a back five.
Yeah, we're getting dragged. Greg Taylor over committing there for the ball. I think it's Greg Taylor who's yellow carded.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Callum McGregor's just getting dragged all the way back. They're really.
I said that at the beginning of the half, we were getting dragged back into a back five. Callum McGregor was getting dragged back, and I thought that was what was giving them more room in midfield. Now, whether he's been told to do that by Brendan Rodgers, you don't know. Palmer got the ball, tries to kick it up. Does Dyson gets it?
Dyson has a pace to exploit. Go on, Dyson.
Yep. And there's no one up there. There's no one there helping him. Why is there nobody there?
We seem to be very deep.
Why is there no one there?
This guy was just sniped for the main stand. I think there's somebody with a tranquilizer gun and a dart. Just took out his left leg. Keeper did well there to win the ball. Coming out with the head.
Yep.
Yep. It was Dyson that sniped on.
59 minutes and we're 2-2. We need to get more composed, says John. Yep, I think. Well, we're really composed the first half. We need to change the... Don't really want to change it. I want to keep it the way it was. I knew I should have took a screenshot of that earlier. Phillips is coming on. So I take it Phillips is going to come on for Cameron Carter-Vickers, who does have that booking.
Yeah.
And I think it was Cameron Carter-Vickers that was at fault for the goal, to be honest. Don't want to give him such a hard time, but you know, if he just kicked it out, if he just had it out.
You've got to call it like you see it. You know what I mean? We've already highlighted how if the defender can see the number on the back of your shirt.
Yep.
If the striker can see the number on the back of the defender's shirt, then that's the defender's fault. Added to that, it was outstanding play by the striker to be that far back that when Cameron Carter-Vickers looks at a glance, he can't see him because he's diagonally behind him, and also to steal his way in there and finish that ball. You could also look at Joe Hart making his way across his line. Does he really need to be fully committed for that near post? Did they think the ball was going to go near post? So it's always been my experience that a good striker will try and go back across the keeper, but then they go back across the keeper for a reason. Maybe that's harder to save. The
height of that ball, Joe Hart should have been coming out and catching it. There was nobody in the middle of the box.
Mm-hmm. But Joe's never that. He's never that kind of keeper that commands his penalty area. Okay, we talk about him not commanding at corners and stuff like that or free kicks, but he doesn't even command his penalty area in that situation there with that cross ball. Now, you mentioned that, bro. Joe Hart could be screaming and coming out and putting a fist to that ball, volleying that ball, saving that ball, more to the point.
Right, here's Phillips coming on.
Yeah, this change comes in.
Louis Palmer's coming
putting
off.
Phillips on. Palmer, I think it looks like, coming off for Phillips. So replacing a winger with a defender.
Well, that's interesting. So there's a change of formation.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a big move for Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah, that's. What are we going there? Are we going with a back five or are we changing to a back three?
Is it a back three and then pushing Johnson
Taylor and Johnston into midfield? I don't know. Maybe Brendan's looked at the game and thinking we need to find more midfield presence here.
Maybe. That's a massive call for Brendan, considering Palmer has been playing fantastic. So it has to
Brendan's
be purely
always
for
been
tactical
known
reasons.
for these big calls. You know what I mean?
Yep. Kyogo was unlucky there just not to get that ball.
Yeah. He was waiting on a bus.
He's put Phillips in midfield. Sitting in front of the defence.
As a defensive.
Is he?
You'd
No,
think
he's not.
If he was going to do that, you'd think he'd be bringing on a Water or something like that, to swapping a winger and bringing on a Water to play in front of the defence and shore up the defence.
He's not. He's went with a back five.
He's went to it's like, I'm looking at it right now, bro, and I'm like, I'm scunnered with a formational change or personnel change.
That's a big shout. And if this goes against him, you'll hear the cries that that's not the Celtic way. That's not the Celtic way, playing with a back five. I can understand why he wants to do it. He wants to try and maintain something in the game, try and keep a point.
Understand that, right? Understand that line of thinking. But here, well, you're in battle, and this is a do or die game for us. You know what I mean? I thought we were going to go back free and push further forward, because every Celtic player is deep within our own half. But we don't really have anything.
When you look at the first half, there was at times in the game where there was only Liam Scales in our half.
Yeah, exactly. We had that fluidity, that transition through midfield to the strikers was going really well. Why? I suppose that's why I'm here sitting in my kitchen drinking a bottle of the finest, and I'm not on the line telling Brendan what to do. Maybe he sees something I don't. I'm sure he's forgot more about football than I've ever learned. But for me, I would expect he does to, if we were going to change it, then it was going to be to retake control of the midfield. Not shoot up the defence.
Good bit of possession here. Matt O'Reilly.
He's not ball through.
Oh.
That's O'Reilly. But I think he's just eating at the players, as in, I'm cutting that ball across the keeper, and there's no one there.
No one there.
That's what he's looking at. He's like, why to use 5 yards off the pace? Why to use back there? What he's looking for?
I think you're just seeing Phillips and Cameron Carter-Vickers talking. Oh, that's a crap corner. Jesus.
He doesn't even beat the first man.
No. Right, take one for the team. That's it. Yeah, it's not a foul, which is good. I think they've just been given a free rein with the ball now. I
mean, understand when they've got the ball here and it's in their defence. You get me, Baz? I understand when they've got the ball. Allow them to have the ball there. They're not hurting you when they've got the ball in defence. But Matt O'Reilly working really hard there again. Excellent. It's Bernardo, actually.
Bernardo, yeah. Who's not really done a lot for me this. When the
not really stood out.
He's not stood out really the way that I was hoping.
Either.
No. It'll be interesting to see his stats after the game. Positional wise, we're all over the place again. Come on, Kyogo. There was no one there. Jesus, look up. It's those fine margins, you know.
I don't know what he's looking for there, if he thinks Maeda's going to be making that run.
He's thinking Maeda's going to be further out on the wing. I mean, if you watch their players, I mean, they're right on the touchline.
Mm-hmm. But definitely, I've seen the formation there, bro. We have definitely went to a back five.
Yep. This is a do or die one. A do or die one for the manager tonight. Because I can't remember any times when there's Phillips getting ahead in the ball. But the problem with a back five.
A 5-3-2, it looks like we'll switch to.
Yeah.
Instead of a 3-5-2, which I was hoping for.
he's kind of hoping that we're going to drag them out and that Dyson and Kyogo is going to hit them on the break.
No, I would see the point in that if we had really stretched and tested their defence for pace.
Yep. As it stands now, I mean,
they don't look very tired to me. It doesn't look like we've stretched them very much for pace. They certainly only finding as easy a route forward. They're not picking their way through as easily as they were at the start of the second half there. So we're a lot stronger, more resolute, you could say. But I just, for me as a Celtic fan, I always love to see Celtic attack. I always think attack is your best form of defence.
See, when it sits like that, you're looking at us playing a 3 at the back there. So it stands, they've had 12 shots at goal. They've only had 4 on target. They're sitting at 2-2 each. Celtic have had 5 shots.
That's it.
5 shots. We need to start getting some shots on goal because that's... Come on, Dyson. We're getting run ragged in midfield because we're down a midfield player.
It looks like we're lining up as a 5-3-2 when we're out of possession. And then he's asking Greg Taylor to push on and Anthony Johnston to push on and make it a 3-5-2 when we're in possession. Or a 3-4-3. Much the same as Madrid are
playing. Good bit of pressure.
For ball. Yeah, that's good.
Right, we need to be quick on the ball though. We're too slow. That Kyogo's away to position. Matt O'Reilly, if we can get the ball to him, he's got a bit of free space in front of the box.
Come on, Kyogo, into the box. We don't need 3 players on that wing.
See, they're going right back into a defensive mode now, so they've got everyone back at this point. Now they're going to try and hit us on the break. Ah, come on.
Which is a real danger. You know what I mean? They have players of pace and quality.
That's the... Can't he give the ball away there?
Things. Yeah, you're surrendering possession out of defence like that on the edge of our area. No, maybe in the fridge.
We do need a goal.
Mum must have it upstairs.
There's a player trying to go down.
No, it's upstairs. Mum must have it.
It's interesting there. You've got the Real Madrid midfielder telling their team to calm down. Feels that they're obviously
snatching,
being a bit, snatching at passes and stuff, and not playing their usual football, trying to force the win. I don't really want to see another 20 minutes of Celtic sitting back defending.
And the comment at the start of the second half and said squeaky bum second half, certainly ringing through right now.
Graham Hardy said, "Get O on." Is O the type of player you want on at this point? I don't think so. I'm sorry, Graham. I disagree with that. I don't see what O brings to the package, to the party at this level, to be honest. Runechun says that Kalmak has been poor. He was pulled back into positions that he's not normally in. At the beginning of the second half.
I wouldn't so much say he's been poor as much as he's not really been in contention in the second half. He's not really had the ball. He's not had a chance to prove himself. Whether that means people are looking at him and thinking it's an empty shirt, he's a passenger, the game's passing him by. I don't know. Certainly in there with a steely challenge and clearing the ball. So to say he's been poor depends on the context of how you're meaning he's been poor. He's not been usual. He's not been usual dictating play, picking up the ball and driving us out of defence. Well, yeah, you're quite accurate there.
I mean, at this point, we went to a 4, and Alistair Johnson's went a little bit further forward. It is, they're going to make another change. 71-57 into the game. They're making their 3rd change of the game. We have made 1 change. We brought a defender on for a winger. We bring a defender on for a winger. Something that you never thought you'd hear us say. But Brendan has done it, and he's tried to shore up the defence. He's brought in. You can understand why he's
off the side of his head.
Yeah,
Cameron Carter-Vickers and Joe Hart need to be a lot stronger there, in my opinion. Joe needs to be absolutely commanding and screaming at his defender that there's someone there, because he can see
someone behind him.
The entire play.
Like fucking,
yeah.
Where's the shouting man on? Where's the old shouting man on? And we're not closing down up front the way that we were when Louis Palmer was on.
Even though we've switched to, like, it seems to be constant.
That's a back three. You can see where we've changed to a back three there. So maybe he is trying to put it 3-5-2.
It seems like we're in a 5-3-2 when we're out of possession, and a 3-5 when we're in possession.
Guy stands,
my man,
isn't he feeling it?
My man's eyebrows are falling out there. He's so stressed.
He's got the fear. He's got the fear.
Just turn around and shy the ball right off that manager's face, Greg Taylor.
Oh no,
full force. Just give him at full force to the chaps.
Alistair Johnston's getting. He's basically man marking their winger now.
Basically, that's he's asked to play that kind of a gap role where he's up and down that entire line.
Yeah, but he's getting dragged inside. This is the first half.
You just can't lose the ball there.
Jesus, Cameron Carter. Was that Vickers or was it Phillips?
I think that was Vickers who headed the ball, but that is the best save I've seen Joe Hart make this game.
Yeah.
And it was for a heavy back pass that was going out for a corner.
Apart from the touch for the penalty was okay. The touch for the penalty. I'll give him that.
Yeah, well said, Baz. It was. He got down, he got his arm on it.
Yeah. And you're expecting some of the players to follow the ball up. Do you know what I mean? So nobody followed the ball up, which was kind of disappointing. But the ball did, for the penalty, the ball did come straight back out to him.
Yeah, look just how much Calmac is off the pace.
Yeah, I know.
It seems to be like crowded out and not really knowing what role he's supposed to be playing. No, understand, like I says, bro, if it's 5-3-2, then Calmac doesn't need to sit so far back.
Yeah,
and it certainly is a 5-3-2 with him in the centre. So when we're in possession, Calmac certainly needs to be way further forward. I mean, he's like, he's spared his surplus to requirements there in the middle of the pitch.
Yep.
Maeda would just pick his head up.
If he would just get his head up and look where the player was, he'd be able to get a fantastic ball. And
he does this for Japan. He plays up front for Japan. You know what I mean? And he's always rifling in goals. He's always stealing in that sort of scenario. Right there, we just seen Baz and rifling in. Go for the shot.
Yep.
Keep your head down and drive a shot. Make the keeper work. Do something there. Don't just cut it across the area when you've not even looked to see who's there. Not to be so negative, but
Celtic
I feel kind of negative.
But the thing is, we were so positive the first half. The play. Oh, here we go. Good save by Joe Hart.
No, that was a good save.
It's another shot that they got on target. That was a good save. It was a cracking save.
I don't remember us having a single shot in this half so far. Got to be honest, I thought we would come out and Celtic would be the team that went 3-1 up rather than them coming back into the game and making it 2 each. Now it looks like Atletico are in the ascendancy, and there's only one way this goal's going to come, and it's going to come for them rather than come for us. But defensively solid. Skills was immense.
Can we go for another 20 minutes of this kind of football though? That's the fear in it.
Yeah, did we manage to hit them on the break? Because it's very much looking like we're going to hit them on the break. There we go, straight back to Johnson.
To Alistair Johnson.
Offside.
Come on, Kyogo. But then Johnson wasn't there against it. That's what I'm saying. I've been saying this second half. If Johnson was right against the touchline, he's bringing on Jamesy Forrest to get another. So he's taken off a winger.
Here we go, bro. In a game where I actually says he's took off a winger right into just a defender, who's going to come off for James Forrest? It's got to be Kyogo or Dyson. You know what I mean? It's got to be a striker, and Forrest needs to play up front. And then I'm looking at... We already spoke about these...
Does he come for it? Does he just take Kalmak off?
Well, who knows? I'm just...
Right, that pass there, Liam Scales, where he hit that ball, last year, Callum McGregor would have been taking that ball off him and be going forward. I've tried...
They're certainly crowding them out, you know what I mean, bro? They're not really presenting any sort of... Go on, Kyogo.
He's trying to look for the diagonal ball, but he's not going to
get it. Look at what he's facing, bro. He's got 5 players in front of him.
We were attacking as a front 3 or 4 the first half, and it's we're just not doing that now.
Kyogo booted there, but it looked like it was Matt O'Reilly that booted him. Yellow card him, ref. No, it was the player went through both of them, actually. It was Atletico Madrid player that went through both. That's Brendan telling him, you push on and interchange. That's McGregor getting told there, so commenters correct, like, interchange. I seen that. Interchange, you push on. He's surplus to requirement in front of the defence there, especially when we're sitting with 5 at the back. We're stopping them.
That's a big shout as well, bringing Kyogo off.
Said that as well, like we spoke about before the game, right? James Forrest has qualities, abilities, finishing, but pace is not one of them. And it looks like here in this game, we're going to try and hit them on the break. So, is a player lacking in pace?
Both goal scorers.
Both are goal scorers.
We've taken them off.
Matt O'Reilly, bro. Matt O'Reilly, still on the pitch.
So Dyson's getting
still holding out confidence and like we can go and move forward and do this. We seem to have weathered their storm.
Yeah.
Defensively, a lot more solid. We've limited their chances. They're not really cutting us open as much as easily as they were.
Give it another 5 minutes and it's always a good time to score. Celtic are always good at scoring later on. Jesus, Joe Hart.
Joe Hart is doing there, but he's flying by the seat of his pants.
Jeez, tell me about it.
Jeez. He's lucky I was having a drink of that bottle there. I'd have swallowed it. I almost thought about swallowing it.
So obviously after this game, the chat will go back to Celtic getting a goalkeeper in.
It's quite clearly I can see for the chat, bro. It's not firing as much as it was before. No. You know what I mean? People
the first half.
So the game's intensely riveting, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got us all enthralled.
The chat was on fire. And then Dyson, Kyogo's not there. He's been taken off.
I don't know what Dyson's doing now.
He's expecting Kyogo to be behind him there, really, isn't he? But and James Forrest is further out on the wing.
Dyson thought James Forrest has got like nose fitted aftermarket, and he was just going to hit the burner button like Vin Diesel and burst through with a surge of pace. That James Forrest lost in like 2019.
Red card. Wait a minute. Sam Matchwood said red card Atletico player.
Right. Well, that changes. That changes the game if one of them have been sent off. If one of them have had a red card. But that interchange of player is just lovely for them. That 1-2 down that wing. Well cut out, CCV.
Oh,
there we go. There's a red card here. Cynical. Second yellow.
Second yellow.
Second yellow. Red card.
Get in.
Early bath, son. Let's go. Now Brendan's looking and he's like, I just switched this to a 5-man defence, and they've just got a player sent off.
And this is where Brendan's
tactical awareness comes in. You know what I mean? This is where he brings on
Paulo Bernardo taking right out of the game.
Yeah, he's shin pad left on the pitch.
He's got his feet up as well. Oh, that's a bad one.
Right down the back.
Right down the back with his studs.
That's nasty. But this guy's out with his shin pad. He's like, come on, man. What about me, man? I hate when they do Italian. That innocent. I know, but it's the same. And look at him, bro. I'm innocent, man. I didn't do nothing.
He's like, get him off now. Get him off. Right, so that levels it a bit. The draw is still there for us to take.
The win is there for us to take here. We ain't been down to 10 men. We need to go and push. We need to go and claim and take this game. Exactly, Missy. What is that, Misty? Exactly, Misty. Money Pips. We need to go and take us best foot forward.
Liam Scales on the ball. Side was to Carter Vickers. We're playing a back three at this point, so we have made a formation change to
that, bro. Look
to
at
a
the space we've
3-5-2.
got now.
Phillips, yep.
Phillips is on the right wing.
It's
I
a
don't know what he's
bad,
doing
bad
there,
one for
but
Phillips. It's a bad ball by Phillips. Just didn't look up at all. We just thought that somebody would be there automatically, and there wasn't. We really need to make this count.
That's it, Brendan. Come on. Pieces in his brain are turning. Let's make these changes. Let's take Phillips straight back half. You know, I know nobody wants to see a player who's come on put straight back off, but it's a tactical change.
Keep it as the back three. We wanted a back three. We've been speaking about a 3-5-2 for long enough. It just happens to the fact that we took our two biggest goal threats of the game off to go to a 3-5-2. They're still coming forward. Shot at goal. Joe Hart's, that's an easy one for Joe Hart. Joe Hart needs to get the ball out quickly. He does. Matt O'Reilly's got the ball. Matt O'Reilly's quite a bit far back there.
See, they're still 4-3-1. You know what I mean? Left one striker up.
Yep. They're defending for their lives now, that lot, aren't they? They're just going to pull everyone back and make it. It's just like an SPFL game now. Come on, Celtic. You know how to do this on a week-to-week basis.
We know how to cut this apart.
We know how to do it, right? So this is nothing new. This is what we're sitting watching just now is nothing new. We know how to beat teams like this. 5+ to go, injury time. 5 minutes to go. Cancel. Oh, come on. Callum Mack was out.
Callum McGregor, wasteful. That is wasteful. Yeah, 5 to go plus injury time.
I did say
my man was 16. My man was 16 at the start of the half. Earlier, you just seen on screen. Look how much he's aged in the second half.
How much he's aged now. Oh, jeez.
He's put on like 40 years and a half of football.
That's what happens when you watch Celtic.
Tell me about it, bro.
10 minutes.
I think now, right, at this stage right now, without inviting calamity, right, it looks more defensively solid. It looks like the draw is on the cards. It looks like they would settle for the draw being down. You know what I mean? A player. But really, Celtic's game to go and win.
We have
right here,
5 minutes.
Right here, right now, and it Baz. It's Celtic's game to go and win.
Celtic game to win, definitely.
Is the manager going to make a change? Is there a change that's there to be made? Is there a player he can bring on?
No.
Maybe a Mikey Johnston comes out for a wild Mikey Johnston appeals. Does something. I would have put Mikey Johnston on before
the
James
fact
Forrest.
that he's changed to a 3-5-2. He's put Alistair Johnson further up out in the wing, and we're just not breaking them down enough. We're just not getting
big scales like a centre midfielder there.
Yep. That shows how far.
That's how high up the pitch. Well, lovely pass.
Oh, unlucky.
Kind of right in again. Let's go.
Oh. That was the chance. That was the chance. That was the chance that we were looking for.
It looks like it's sort of cannoned off his boot as much as he tried. Oh, jeez, that could have dropped in so easily.
That was unlucky for Greg Taylor. That was the
Forrest. It was, bro. Like got the side of the boot on it. Cannon. Well, it ended up over the bar. But for a hash area, my man Kyogo. He's wishing he was still on the pitch.
Jesus, here we go.
Oh, there's somebody dead, bro.
All right. Griezmann.
He's trying to level up the playing staff. He's joking for it.
French.
Griezmann famous for it.
Yep. There's nothing wrong with him.
He's crying,
just
bro.
buying. Look, no, the manager's like, no, tell me to get up. Tell me to get up.
No,
Look
get
at him. Tell me to get up.
Even their own manager like that, no.
But even the manager, no, tell me to get up.
Head
Tell him
knock.
to get off now because it's
There's
a head
ref
knock.
using it against him because he knows it's going to be extra time at the end of the game, bro. Even the refs now like that.
If it's a head knock, he needs to go off. And no, he's not got a head knock now, has he?
A bit bubbling. No, he recovered mighty fast. He must have. See, while he was rolling and crying, bro, and holding his head, he must have found 2 Ascot powders in his pocket. God,
now they're sending him on. Now they're sending him on.
And they're sending him on to run across the pitch, not run round the outside of the pitch, run across the pitch, which is farcical.
He doesn't even touch him.
There's nothing in that there.
Yeah, that's what he gets.
He should be booked for simulation right there, and then see the referee should book him.
Now that they've got their 2 men down.
Now they're not going to hit the free kick until he's allowed back in the pitch. It looks like, you know what I mean?
They're just
trying to drag it as long as possible.
Yeah, Celtic need to make the most of it. Just give the ball away here.
Well won back. Well won back. That's it. Fight for every ball. Give them a free kick there. Seriously. Matt O'Reilly. Bernardo, it was.
See that we just wasted that little bit we had there. There was nothing in that whatsoever.
Yeah, they're choking for that there, bro. Absolutely, that's a contended ball. It's 50-50. It's 30-1. It's a physical sport.
We're on 89 minutes. Tell you one thing.
Fine. As long as it's not fucking ended up in the back of your net, I don't give a fuck.
That's true. Lorna Gallagher says absolutely embarrassing time wasters.
Yeah, 100%.
Very true.
Player writhing on the ground there, holding his head, feigning a head injury for 0 contact. Even his own manager was saying no, we're not sending the medical staff on.
Yep.
In the modern game, you know what I mean? But it's all about if there's contact to the head, the medical staff need to go on.
I know. Wasting
even his
time
own manager's sick of.
But the new, his own manager's saying that it was not. There was nothing in it whatsoever, and get yourself back up. But we never made the most of it. We should have made the most of it. To be fair, we should have made the most of it.
We should have kept the ball in play, retained possession, and made sure he stayed off the pitch.
Yep. Scales on the ball. He's been fantastic.
Plus 5 minutes here.
Scales.
Injury time.
Plus 5 minutes. Yep. 47 seconds into it. 50 seconds into the first minute.
Let's go, Jamesy.
Injury time.
Give us something here.
And
give us something, Jamesy boy. I've always got faith in you, you wee bearded weirdo. Do something for us. You know what I mean, Baz? Do something for us. Run like you still get a coat hanging in your shirt the way you run. Do something for us.
Full time. Right, wait a minute, just till I get this. I'm just doing a bit in the background whilst we
Skills is outstanding. Well said, Paul. He's been outstanding all night.
I'll tell you one thing. 2-2. If we
2-2, right.
I mean, I said, like, being realistic, a good result for me would be
a draw.
A result.
I'd bite your hand off for it at the start of the night. I would have bite your hand off for it.
We had it in our grasp.
The fact that we were leading, the fact that we were commanding, the fact that we had all the possession, it looks like the most likely to win.
I know.
That's a good scooped ball in there.
Comes in.
That's lovely.
Come on, we've got a goal in us at this time of game. Come on, Celtic. Come on.
Corner kick.
Corner Celtic. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. This is where we want to send the fans absolutely wild. O'Reilly needs a really good one because let's face it, his corner kicks haven't been up to much.
He's very tall as well, Baz. You know what I mean? There's other players that can hit a corner. Matt O'Reilly's what, 6 foot odds? What is this all about here? They get a free kick, what? Someone tripped over a blade of grass here, what happened? Failed to see what happened, do you know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
Right, Scales has been manhandled there. That's a penalty. Scales has been absolutely manhandled.
Tell you one thing, I think you just set your sound off there.
No. Can you not hear me?
No, let's go ahead, you know. Scales man of the match. I think Scales is man of the match.
I thought Scales was manhandled there, bro, in the area. Like, we've seen that so often before. Players wrestled to the ground. Scales has looked for a most likely threat from corners and that coming in. Most likely aerial threat. And he's been manhandled there to the ground. That's, for me, the ref should be taking a look at that. VAR should have some sort of say in that. I mean, what is it for if not to catch infringements that the referee does not see?
And just now, I need to. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll hang around after the game. If you hang around, we'll hang around.
That's all right. Wait a minute, because I'm going to pin a comment and I'm going to do another live because I need to go to the loo. Just this one.
Number 1 or number 2, Baz? Do we have 5 minutes or 10?
We have 5 minutes, and then I've just pinned a comment for another YouTube live, so I want to get off this one. I want to go to the loo, and then we'll start another one fresh for folk that have just stopped watching the game. We'll do a post-match one, and so that will happen as soon as this. So there is a link. Let me just shut down some of these pages. We're back to that. So once the game does go, we're on 44. We're going to get a draw. It would be unbelievable if we lost this now. Fantastic night as it stands just now. When it comes to the group, it gets us off the bottom of the group, and group what's live. I mean, it gives us that 1 point.
That's it, bro. That's
it. It's done. That's it. We got the draw. We got the draw. Look at that. Disrespectful.
Not happy.
Right. Did you see that? No, he's not happy.
Yeah.
He didn't even shake hands with the manager. Dude, I want to do them in Madrid. I want to beat them in Madrid.
He seems to think it was there for the taking. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Me as a Celtic fan, I think it was there for the taking for us. We should have come out best foot forward in that second half.
We should have been on 3 points and back in the mix. As it stands, we're on 1 point. Lazio's on 4 points. Atletico Madrid are on 5 points. And Feyenoord, who we play last, are on 6 points. So that's going to make the last game really, really interesting.
Earning that draw is
really damn interesting.
But I don't want to drive into it and dive into it right now because, as you says, bro, you got to go live again in a couple of minutes with a post-match reaction. So we'll dissect it and we'll talk about it then.
Right. Well, I've just clicked on the link that is in the top of this video, and we'll see.
He does my nut in, bro. Try to get every goalkeeper's fucking phone number in the world. Try to slip the horn on every last one of them. He's like, "Oh, look at me, I'm Joe Hart. I done a Head and Shoulders advert. Can I slip the horn? Joe, get a rap."
Get a wrap. Right. That's this video wrap. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.